Hey, what's up, hey?
What's going on?
Oh man, hey, we here tonight, baby.
Yes, sir.
Countdown is on, my guy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. You had a pretty good day.
Man, hey, every day above the ground is a blessing, man. Just trying to taking each day with a grain of salt, man. Trying to get better than the day before.
Shit like that. Hey, what's up, everybody, man? Y'all know who it is. Your boy Chris with Rainwater Entertainment and Marketing LLC. Hey, welcome to the platform, man. I got a special friend, special partner, special business partner, one of the best here in the city. It reflects from him onto his team. They say we'll start up top, we'll trickle down, and you definitely see it right here with this person in front of this camera, man. Introduce yourself, my guy.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Ahmad, man. I'm the owner of the DFW Gorillas. Uh, really ain't too much to say, man. Just out here, man, every week trying to keep an avenue for my guys to have something to do to stay out these streets. But that's really my goal and objective. I've been playing basketball all my life, love the sport. So, it's just something for me to give back, to the streets, as well as just helping guys have an outlet to give them something to do, stay out the way, that extra little trouble that go on out here.
Absolutely, man. You definitely got a passion for it, man, because you've been doing it for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You've been
yeah,
you've been doing it for a while. I've seen your team grow from when you were playing all the time and
yeah.
you stepped into ownership. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Man, take me back, man. Take me back about 3, 4, 5 years, man, when you were playing strong every day and what kind of led into this transition of wanting to really build a good team.
Well, shit, it's further than that, right? Shit, we go back to the purple court back in
Yeah.
Arlington, man.
Oh we.
Yeah, they go back. This 25. That's gonna take us back to like 2018. Shit,
Exactly.
that's about 7 years ago, man. And you
Wow.
know, I
That's
had
crazy.
I pulled up on the scene. I had moved down there from Waco, where I'm originally from. And
Yeah.
just I kind of was checking it out. I had played against a couple of the guys on the Waco team with Waco Terror, and then I came down here and started playing with the Pit Bulls. And once I started hooping with the Pit Bulls, I can't think his name. They got the football team. He started focusing more on the football team, and then I kind of
Talking about
started
RJ?
RJ. Yeah, I
Yeah,
started
yeah.
kind of trickling with the team and everything, and then after a while, a couple guys was like, "Bro, won't you just get your own team, man? Do your own thing." And it started out with my little bro Slow Mo and
Oh
Lante.
wow.
Yeah, Slow
Wow.
Mo and Lante was the first two cats, man, from up here, man, that really just started rocking with me, man. And it's like,
Wow.
as you can see now, to this day, them two still on the sideline with me. So, it's crazy, man. But at the end of the day, I'm big on loyalty, man. Them boys been 100 with me. You know what I'm saying, with this basketball stuff. So it's really been a blessing, man. But the hoop scene, man, just kind of touch on a little bit, man. It's one of those things, man. I've been playing basketball all my life. I got derailed. When I had to sit down for 10 years, man, and had to get my thought process back together and everything. But once I got out and I kind of moved down here, I started seeing like in the city, basketball was the way. That's what everybody was doing. You had a game in Dallas, you had games in Arlington, you had games in Fort Worth, and everybody was hooping. So I was just like, shit, I got to get in the mix. But man, after a while, man, I started seeing like you can't come to the D and
Yeah.
think you're gonna compete with no basketball if you ain't got no roster, man. It ain't gonna happen. So it was a thing, man. We went from reversible jerseys to really making a statement in this thing right now, man. So I'm humble through it all, man. I give all glory to God.
Yes,
He
sir.
gave me this tool, man, and I just been running with it.
Man, it's it's crazy right now. The team that you all have become, man, it's really crazy right now. We're gonna back up a little bit because y'all in a couple of basketball leagues, a few leagues.
Mm-hmm.
Last time we did one of these interviews, man, you hadn't won a championship in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But talk to us about the championship that your team won last season with the Future in the Legend League, man. That's one of the things you wanted to check off and you've accomplished. Talk to us a little bit about that and how you looking to build off of that.
Well, I mean, I shout out to T Dub, man, for allowing us to, get on this platform, man, and rock out in this league. You know what I'm saying? League been going strong, real good league with a lot of talent. You know what I'm saying? And it's it was pretty tough. It wasn't no easy road. A lot of people felt like we was coming in stacked, but we really wasn't stacked. We just had a well-rounded team, but we almost lost. Like first round of the playoffs, man, we had the young squad took us all the way down to the wire. We actually went to overtime, man. It was kind of crazy, man, but
Yeah, that was a
you know,
scare there, boy.
yeah, that's what come with it though, man. So it was just one of those deals, man. It was just getting over the hump, and we finally got over the hump to kind of get that part out the way to win a championship in that. But the main objective is to go a little bit further, a little bit higher to try to make this stamp worldwide, which is with the NBL. We won the deal in the TBA for the money. So it's just, man, we just really just trying to leave an imprint, man. That's it. Just trying to leave an imprint, and then I'm just trying to leave an avenue for a lot of these youngsters that's coming out of high school. Give them something to do. I got a son. He's 17. Shit, he finna get ready to graduate. So let's give him an avenue to do something, to
Well,
go travel and
they
play.
growing up quick. Yeah, yeah. Man, it's kind of like it's kind of like a tall task almost, but it's almost like because it's y'all, it's not any pressure because y'all been there and done it. The team that y'all have become in every league is almost like you looking to go undefeated the
Mm-hmm.
whole season and win a championship in
Mm-hmm.
every league, which is kind of like crazy to ask of any team. But you guys have the roster to do it. Talk to the audience a little bit about the rebuild of your roster because your roster has changed a little bit and you deep in like every position, man. Talk to us about them and the commitment that you got from the new players as well.
Well, man, with the roster adjustment and change of the roster, man, I kind of pretty much had to just have a how can I say, a reset. When you kind of gotta, sit down and reevaluate some things, man, because going to the championship 3 years in a row, and the breakdown of each year.
Hmm.
You go to Memphis. We lose by 1 point off of air ball. Air ball tip back. We lose by 1 point. The
Hmm.
next year we go back. We're in Memphis. Well, now the next year we go back. We're in Atlanta. We lose. One of my key players, Trail, he go down in the first quarter with an injury, bust his hand open. Just fluke injury. Uh,
Right. Right.
we wind up losing the championship game by 6. Then, it's we go to Chicago. We up 30. And we wind up finding some kind we only had 5 people though. And we wind up losing by 4 points in that game. It's like it kind of was one of those deals that make you want to ask yourself, like, do you want to continue to do it? Do you want to just go and just hang your shoes up? But then my background and my family I come from, we don't build no quitters, so that wasn't even an option. I just
That's
had to
right.
figure out a solution, and the solution was just going down the roster and seeing what was the key pointers, and also just getting people that's gonna be, you know, dedicated to travel. Being in
Yes.
these leagues like this, you gotta have people that's gonna travel. If you ain't got people that's gonna travel, it's kind of one of those deals to where you up against it because it's like I try to set a standard with being an owner and with my team as far as I try not to put too much overhead on these guys. I have words and stuff with my wife from time to time about finances and things like that. But my thing is long as I bless it, God gonna get back to me tenfold. So I try to just continue to push. And the main thing with the roster was, man, it was just I lost a few, so I had to replace those people with somebody I know was going to either be the same structure or
Right.
a tad bit better. So,
Right. Right.
and the heart, you can't coach it, you can't teach it. Heart is you got to be built in. You got to come with you. And from my roster, top to bottom, from the players that done left to the players that still here, I all got heart. And we done been through the trenches together. We didn't been through some battles together and everything, man. But we added some key pieces. I
That's what
know.
I wanted to ask you about. Talk to me about Zoe. Y'all picked up Zoe from exclusive,
Yeah.
and he has a motor, man. What are y'all looking to do with him, and how are you all looking to manage playing time and that sort of thing?
So with Zoe, it's one of those deals is where you see a person that has a motor. You see a person that can be a key factor in certain games. He can create a mismatch in certain games with the energy, and it's just basically getting him to understand the concept of this because in different leagues it's a different concept. You
Right.
got you in the future league the rules are different, so
Hmm.
you play a little different. So the understanding is different.
That
When you
makes
come
sense.
to the NBL, it's like actually like playing in a league where you got three refs, the rules are a little bit tighter, the competition is a little bit different, and you got to pretty much, you got to bring it every time you get on the floor. I don't care who it is, who the challenge may be, and a lot of things I always tell Zoe when I be talking to him is I like, man, you can't play with your food. You can't get in the game and feel like that you playing against some guys that you used to beating or something of that nature. You got to get her because these cats coming for you, and if they see any sign of weakness, they gonna expose it. So it's a growing pain for us though. But
Hmm.
at the end of the day, my guys are behind Zoe. So it's one of those deals they pushing. Every time we get on the floor, it's a come on Zoe, man, come on Zoe. It's one of those deals where we got his back. It's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah.
certain games he done played in. I mean, you've seen it. The energy's been there.
Yeah.
He's having fun. He out there having fun. He enjoying the
That's
ride.
right. That's
You
right.
know,
Cause winning will bring some fun to you too now.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
But man, when I've been locked in with y'all so long, bro. When I look at this roster, man, it just seems it seems like you strategically built this roster for the final eight to
Yeah,
win the championship, to get past Dallas. Dallas is about to be a good chemistry building opportunity, for your organization. But talk to me about the three bigs that you have, man. How you looking to utilize the bigs, or at times are you looking to play small ball when you get up to teams that have chemistry and they got bigs? How are you looking to utilize your three bigs?
well, the funny thing about that is that my roster is kind of really built off of speed. It's
Hmm.
one of those deals where we can. It's one of those deals. If we go into something, we see how you trying to play, or we see how you coming, or we watch a lot of film. We look at the film and we dissect it. That's the thing about a lot of the guys. They buy into what it is that we trying to do. We watch film. We got a group chat. We talk about film. We break film down. And with me, it's matter damn if I'm the owner slash coach or not, and along with Cree, it don't matter. Man, with me, it's an open door. Everybody's opinions matter. So we break it down. We get a good understanding of what we're up against, and then we try to format it out. And that's the only way you're gonna be able to build that team chemistry. And so with the bigs. We got Big Rick, and Big Rick is a key piece. And the thing I love about Rick, man, is Rick gonna run.
Mhm.
He gonna get out
Right,
there, and
right,
if the guys get crunk, he get crunk. If the wrong thing is said, he gonna turn up. And it's like one of those things. It's like the energy, man, and I love it, man. The deal with TJ, TJ is one of those guys. TJ is more of a he's gonna get in and do what he needs to do. Uh, at the same time, it's one of those deals. TJ has that. He has that. How can I put it? TJ has that history. He got that package of where he's played at Baylor. He's played on high levels of basketball, so he kind of brings that little knowledge to players like Zoe and the other
right, right.
cats on the team on what to look at or what to pay attention to when we go against these teams that's further on down the line that ain't actually from Dallas. And with Tim is he's a partner of Trails. Tim was a great pickup for us because Tim he's a sleeper big. He's one of those
Right,
people see him and
right.
sleep on him. They don't know what he got in his bag. They feel like you see him, you think he's a football player, but he actually has the footwork. He actually defends well, and he's not gonna let you just bully him. So it's like one of those deals. You got to figure it out. So and with Rick and Tim, we can put them in the insert with that lineup or the guards, and they're going to be able to run. That's something else I look at because with my
Mhm,
guys, I always tell them, "Hey
mhm.
man, we got legs on the sideline, so we gonna get out here and we gonna take it to them early, first quarter. Get them. My objective is to get them out of there in the first quarter. That's
That's
the
right.
whole objective.
Set that tone. Yeah,
We trying to break you down early. If we can break you down early, get you to organ, get you distracted, then we done pretty much already accomplished our mission. And then the rest is just we setting the tone the rest of the way. So I mean, but yeah, with the bigs, man, it's gonna be a fun journey. Still got a little hiccups here and there to work on, but I'm kind of excited to see where it's gonna get us at come Maximum Madness though, because I mean we still got to get there, but I'm kind of excited to see where it's gonna get us at though for sure.
So with that being said, is your roster locked? Is the or the when does the rosters lock for the NBL? When no more moving around? When is that?
So roster's actually like January the 15th.
Okay. You
So
plan on making any changes? Any more changes to your roster?
I honestly I don't. I mean we pretty much we're pretty much solid. I mean I got guys that are not even here. Like right now, Raylan, he's overseas. Jimmy just left and went overseas last week.
Oh, he
So
did.
yeah, so
Oh,
it's just one of those deals. Those guys are where they're at. They're getting to it, trying to make
right,
money, provide for their families and everything. Which I love that. I salute them guys on that. They spots gonna always be here when they get back, but it's always that next man up mentality. So you build to make sure that the boat keeps on flowing the same way it was flowing when those guys was here. So that's the main deal of just being an owner, man. You scout talent, you look at talent, you
absolutely.
see who fits the chemistry of what you got going on. Not only that, you gotta let your people that play for you have a voice. And I talk to Slow Mo a lot, and I talk to Trail a lot. I talk to G a lot. Just kind of asking them like, man, what you think about this person, man? Do you think they gonna fit what we got going on? Do you feel
Right.
like it's gonna jail? And it's them guys that always give me their feedback. And one thing about me, I'm not gonna be one of those guys be like, well, oh man, you just saying that because this. Now I value my players' opinions because I know at the end of the day, this is something we got to take on the road. So we got to make sure everything is, gelling the right way. And then, we still got Rab. He's out on injured reserve right now. But
Mhm.
hopefully here in the next couple of weeks, he'll be back. And that's going to be big for us because he's like,
Absolutely.
he's the
Wow.
general. Yeah, Rab is the
That's
general.
crazy.
It's a
That's
blessing.
crazy.
It's really a blessing to have Rab on the roster. Hey, I love it. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of taught me some stuff, honestly, and it's crazy, but it's cool though. At the end of the day, we've been on the road together. You know, we've been out of town. We done been to war together and everything. So it's
Yeah,
pretty dope,
yeah.
man. Hey,
So let me when you in the process of acquiring players, um, I know you have the respect out there, but how do you manage the playing time? Is there like some promises that you have to give them? Look, I'm looking to give you 15 minutes. I'm gonna start you. I'm gonna have you. What are you doing to set their expectations when they come play for you?
well, a lot of time I'm not giving out no promises. I base playing time off of how your attendance when you show up. I base it off how you play when you're in the game. You know, it's a lot of little deals like that, little small deals like that. I don't really care too much about the egos and cause your name is this and you known for this. I don't care too much about that. My
Right,
thing is what are you gonna bring to this starting five when we get on the floor against this matchup or against this team? What are you gonna bring? Do I feel like the energy gonna be with this person? Do I feel like the energy gonna be with this person? Because if you notice, a few times every game, my starting five is different. Right? It's
right.
probably the same four with a different one, but it's just really matchups, man. It's just like I say, watching film, looking to see what's going. You know, I might come out one game all guards. It just
Mm,
it's just all depending on what the matchup is and what I feel like is going to be the definition to define in the game. Because if you remember when we was in Chicago, I went
mm,
small in Chicago. It became a
mm-hmm,
problem. It was a problem for the Legends, and we went up 20. You see what
mm-hmm,
I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Mon made a name for itself in Chicago because it was funny at first. Man, what this little dude finna do?
I remember.
Mon
Yeah,
flow and went out for 10 points straight, back to back, no hesitation. You know
I
what I'm
remember
saying?
that.
It was like
Yeah.
one of those deals where he made a name for himself, man, and the maximum madness. And guys right now, like, Martell that plays for the Legends, he's like, yeah, bro, I salute little bro. He did his thing, and these are guys that actually defend the ball. They defend the ball well, and
Right.
Mon was a problem, and unfortunately, Mon got hurt in that game, and it kind of hurt us,
Mhm.
and but excuses are excuses. We can sit here and point the finger and talk about it all day long. It's still not gonna change nothing. It's just coming back the next year and getting better. Coming back the next year and making sure you leave a different imprint than what you left the year before. So it's the my main objective, man, is
Mhm.
uh, waiting on April to get here. So we can
That's
get
what I was just about to ask you, bro. How do you not get ahead of yourself when you know the team that you got and what you've done the last 3 years? How do you, for one, not get ahead of yourself, and two, not become the Buffalo Bills 4 years in a row?
well. It's this is a word that a lot of people run from. It's a six-letter word that carries a lot of power, and it's called humble. You know, and when it comes to stuff like this, you got to be humble. I mean, and if you don't be humble, it will humble you, and it'll humble you fast. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk, yeah.
I've spent tons of money. I've did put tons of miles on vehicles. Did a whole lot of traveling and everything, and it's like sometimes I ask myself, is it worth it? But then when I look back on it, man, the times I done had with my guys, man, we done had, conversations and family conversations, man. And a lot of these guys that became family to me. It's bigger than basketball. So, I try not to get ahead because of what I see in front of me, because I know you can have the all-star roster and not travel with an all-star cast.
That's
That's
right.
that be the main issue is the traveling. You can
That's
have
right.
inside the city limits, everybody shows up.
That's right.
Everybody want to be the guy. But when it's time to go to the Floridas and the Atlantas and the Chicagos it's always some type of hiccup. And then we get down there and that be the game that decide or derail, the whole roster or the whole meaning to the season. But the guys right now, they pretty locked in. I know Rab and Trail has been eating at them.
Mm.
Jalen and G didn't get to make it to Chicago. That was a big,
Oh
big,
my
big
God, bro.
problem. He didn't come.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's,
huge.
it's it was
That's
like
huge.
one of those deals, like with Rab and Trey and them. Is like, man, it's like one of the things that's been hunting them, because we really should have sealed the deal. And
And Rab, one of those players that actually participated in the championship game with two different teams. So
yeah,
I know it's eating in him with the
yeah,
Just Hoops and
mhm,
with your organization. So and he had a 60-point game, out there, man. So I know it's eating at Rab. You
yeah,
don't forget that type of stuff.
yeah, for sure.
What,
Yeah,
what what's going on with what's coming up this weekend, man? You got a big game this weekend. I believe I seen this team from Alabama. What's their name? Model City.
Model City.
They
Hmm.
undefeated.
Yeah, yeah, they undefeated for now. I mean,
What do you know about them?
well, I don't know too much about them except for the film I've watched. I know they got a lot of hype, but you know, at the end of the day, you got to know what to do with your hype, because we what you call giant killers. We don't be tripping about that, man. It's one of those deals. It's like, when you come and you play us, we just gonna let you know. When you leave, you gonna know them boys down there in Texas gonna hoop. It's just one of those things. We went to Chicago, we left an imprint in Chicago. We went to Memphis, we left an imprint in Memphis. We went to Atlanta, we for sure left an imprint in Atlanta. So it's one of those deals, man, to where now my whole deal is what I aimed and strived out to do was never be that team out of Texas that people say, man, they ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't finna travel. They ain't gonna do. We're not gonna waste our time. So now, when you have a conversation with people out of state and in other cities, that's the first thing they're gonna tell you. Well, hey, the gorillas gonna show up. You put them on the schedule, they come, and it
That's
ain't
right.
gonna be no easy task for sure. But yeah, these guys this weekend, man, we looked at it, we dissected it a little bit, and all I'm gonna say, I don't know if you caught what I said when you asked me about them, but I did let you know that they are undefeated for now. So
For
yeah,
now,
yeah,
yeah. Somebody gotta go. Which is say not this weekend, huh?
yeah,
You gotta protect your yeah, man. I mean, like you say, man, it's big to protect your home floor, man. You know what I'm saying?
hmm,
Protecting home mean a lot.
yes sir, yes
Oh
sir.
man, man, talk to us about some of the people, bro. Cause when you having success like this, and you in a couple leagues, and you was in another league, you got a lot going on, and
Mm-hmm.
and you got to put a lot of good people around you, like-minded people, people that's willing to sacrifice,
Mm-hmm.
people that's willing to communicate, and just do all the things it take to be successful. Talk to me about a few of the people, man, that's in the background that's helping you with some of this stuff.
Well, man, it's to start, I just tap back when it was just really hectic, man. Give a shout out to Mama Henderson and Randall, man. It was, and John as well. When I was putting the pieces together, man, they was always there. When it was an issue with getting the gym, Mama always came through. When it was with me trying to get it together and sit back and be in that owner mode, Randall and John took the reins and they coached the team. So I kind of sat
Hmm.
back and got to, look at things different and view things different and just really kind of just learn the ropes to just being an owner. And and as time went on, things got better. And Mama and Randall, they still in on the scene. They just in the back. They in the back just checking everything, got seeing everything. But now
Hmm.
I got my look. It's like blood can't make us no closer, man. And it's like my sister, man. It's Cree. She been rocking with me. She came on, and we didn't. you know, it's just one of those things. We bump head, we argue, we talk noise to each other, everything. But you know, man, she really when I be having those days, man, and be like, man, you know what the hell with this shit. She kind of be, you know, she'll tell me, nah, brother, we can't do that, man. You build this thing up, man. You gotta keep pushing. And you know, it's we. I mean, when it comes to the travel, when it comes to making sure these guys is together, making sure we got, you know, if I'm lacking or I'm doing too much with my barbecue truck or at work, she's on the back and behind the scenes getting everything together for that following weekend. So, you know, it's major and it don't go unnoticed. And you know, that's why I try every chance I get. I try to do something for them, you know, and it's just my show of appreciation, man. Because at the end of the day, they can be doing a whole lot of other stuff, but you know they rocking out with me.
Right.
So you know
That's
it's
what I was just about to ask you too, bro. People can be doing a lot of other stuff, right?
yeah,
And I've worked with teams where guys, have gotten in trouble and it's cost them time on the court. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Uh, if you got, I know everybody grown, you know what I'm saying, and everybody got their own level of accountability, but uh, what do you impart in your team as far as, staying out of trouble so they can stay on the floor and be an example off the floor because of the jersey that they wear and that name and that brand name?
that with that it just comes a lot of, you know, looking in the mirror. You know, I have to hold myself accountable sometimes too, because I'm a hothead too. And you know, I have zero tolerance for disrespect and zero tolerance for BS. So I tend to let it get under my skin sometimes, and my guys have to kind of calm me down. So you know, we all human. Everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. So you know, who am I to judge anybody? Only
Yeah,
thing I can do is, like I say, I paved this avenue, put this together for you, so just so you can know that I'm here. I got you. You know, you ain't gotta, you know, look and be like, well, man, he just want me to play basketball, or man, he just trying to use me for my talent. It's bigger than that with me, and a lot of my guys know that I've been there for them off the court. It ain't just necessarily basketball with me. So, you know, I really don't never run into those issues. I have with a few of my players that's on the team right now, and you know they'll tell you themselves, I've been there. You know, whether it's,
yeah,
you know, putting up something to help something out or making sure this, I've been there. You know, I don't. It's not my place to discuss it or disclose it or talk about their business. Just long as they know I got them. You know what I'm saying? If the push comes to
absolutely.
shove, I'm there. It's not just like I said. We can sit here and broadcast the basketball all day, but like I
Hmm.
tell a lot of cats, being an owner is more than owning a team.
That's
Being
right.
an owner, sometimes you got to be a big brother. Sometimes you got to be a cousin. Sometimes you got to give a
Yeah,
lot of cats the same conversation your father gave you because they don't have none or never had one.
that's
So
right. That's
you
right.
gotta
That's
you gotta kind of be quicker to listen, slower to speak. Sometimes you gotta be a ear for some people. That way they can understand, you know, that you actually there and it's bigger than basketball. And then, you know what I'm saying. So it's with me. It's been a journey. I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, with my guys, the standard is there. You know, we got rules
right.
set in place. You know, you get a technical foul, you get too many texts, then you know I'm not gonna pay them. You gonna pay them. If you don't pay it,
That's
you're not
right.
gonna get on the court. But
That's
you
right.
know, if you get one or two, and I feel like they was, you know, some legit texts, I take care of it. I ain't
Right.
tripping. But if we just out here just on some bonehead stuff, then yeah, you gonna pay the bill, you gonna pay the fee, or you're not gonna play.
Got you, bro. That's good stuff right there, and that's why y'all are who you are, cause it's bigger than just on the court. It's
Yeah.
off the court, and then it's those type of things to keep everybody connected, cause it's a
Mhm.
chemistry thing on the court and off the court. But man, why? Give us a couple reasons, bro, why this team, this league is more important. Winning the championship is more important than collecting the $10,000.
Well, I mean, honestly, it's like when you go something so many times, and you keep coming up empty handed, it irritates you, man. It bothers you. It kind of irks you. It irks you to where when we came back from Chicago, this is the honest to God truth, man. I was having trouble sleeping because
Right.
dude, when I say I was hot,
Yeah.
man, look, it's like it's right there, and then you got AWOL in your ear, man. You always right there, man. What's going on? And it's like, and then you go back and you look at film and you look at the game, and you like everything was executed to perfection. Then you come back and you get mad because you look at it like, but this person wasn't there, that person wasn't there, this person
Ooh,
was.
that's tough.
It's
Yeah. Yeah.
dang. And but you can't be mad because life be life. Stuff happens with families, stuff emergencies come up,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
it's that next man up mentality, man. So to be shorthanded like we was, we went down there. We had to play two games in the same day. We won both of those games just to get to the championship. So
That's right.
that just spoke a lot about my guys, man, and coming off that road and doing that like we did it was
Yeah,
pretty dope,
yeah,
man.
I think McGee came in. He was kind of like a savior at that time, didn't he? He came in and really that second game.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, man, it's been a journey, bro. But like you say, this book is these chapters are still being written. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And what made me think about it when you said it, how it hurt. Like I said, I've been on a journey with you for all three of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never seen you in the car so fast, bro.
Yeah.
Remember, I was like, oh, I'm out there, boy. I went outside to go do something. You already pulled up in front of the building. I'm talking about it ain't 5, 10 minutes off the clock. I said, man,
Yeah, it's one of those deals, man. It's a how they say, man. It's a long ride back to Texas, and it's a long flight back, and it's like whole lot goes through your mind because it makes you just feel like, damn, is this all for nothing? But then I be telling myself, I ain't built to be no quitter. I done invested so much into my brand to where hey, it's worth the grind right now. So we got to grind. We got to continue to do what we do. We got to continue to build. We got to continue to try to get better. And that's why everybody, it's a lot of cats be asking to play. It's no disrespect towards nobody, but a lot of y'all don't fit what we doing. And
mm,
a lot of y'all can hoop. It's a lot of y'all can ball. A lot of y'all some dogs, but y'all don't fit what we doing. You're not fitting what we looking for. It was a lot of controversy, a lot of things said. We when we had picked up Red because we Red has been like an arch rival for so long, and
mm-hmm.
and it was always said, man, I never put on a Gorilla jersey, and him and Tay, which is my brother, love him to death. Will always been my brother. He done retired on me, but they had their differences, man. But you
Yeah,
know,
Miss Old Tay, man, a point
yeah,
guard, good point,
yeah,
boy. Run that offense.
the flow general for sure, man. Gonna always forever be the flow general. But
And when he was shooting the ball, and boy, I'm talking
yeah,
about when he was shooting it and making it and getting everybody involved. Yeah, good luck.
yeah. That's why I said, man, and it's one of those deals, man. It's hard to replace that. It's definitely hard to replace him, because the IQ. The dude had an IQ out this world, and he knew how to get everybody back together when we got off track. And shit wasn't going right. He knew how to bring and settle the team down. Like it's like I said, it's hard to replace somebody like that. But me being an owner, I had to understand like you can't hold grudges in this business. You can't have no animosity with nobody in this business. And at the end of the day, when I seen Red, I said to myself, Red is one of the most feared defenders in the city. Ball on the ball defenders in the city when it
Absolutely,
basketball. And
absolutely.
I just knew that was a piece that we was missing. Trail is a good on the ball defender, but you know that's my family. He know I'm gonna tell him all day. He gambles a lot. He does a lot of gambling. Don't get me wrong. You play with him, he gonna steal it, but he does a lot of gambling, and that's why I said I had to get somebody else to be in that backcourt with him and Munn that I felt brought the speed, brought the IQ, and
You
was
feel
also.
like that replaces what Samar had brought to the team?
Exactly. You see, in
Yeah,
Samar, and see, that's another thing with Samar. Samar, yeah, he made his stamp when he was in Chicago. He made his stamp when we was in Memphis. That's one of those things, like, dudes was like, yeah, man, who is this cat? Who's it? Because Samar was averaging 6, 7 steals a game.
for real, for real. No exaggeration.
Yeah, man. It was like, damn, but that's why I said, man, these guys, man, I got a lot of love for all of them, man. Anybody that put that jersey on, man, gonna forever be a brother, forever be locked in with me. No matter what goes on, my prayers is with Bama right now. My big fella, man, he went through the accident he went through. Uh, and
Prayers to Bama. Yeah, for Bama.
it's just one of those deals, man. Sometimes, and I tell everybody, man, it's nothing to be sad about it. Now, sometimes God will tap you on your shoulder, man. You never know how he gonna tap you, but he'll tap you. And maybe it just be the time to sit down. Maybe it's time to do something else. And
That's right.
I seen bro was playing golf and everything, and he happy, man. He enjoying himself. So it's kind of.
Sometimes everybody needs to step away. Sometime come back with that freshness, because you can
Mhm.
get worn out. But
Absolutely.
one thing about your passion, you gonna always go back to your passion. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? If it's just for the money or something, that's different. But you gonna go back to your passion regardless you getting paid or not.
Yeah. Nah, square business. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Let me ask you about X's and O's, man, because you guys don't have any practices throughout the weeks. It's just y'all play basketball a lot. It's IQ, knowing each other, watching the film. But as far as plays goes, man, do y'all draw up strategic plays that y'all like a set that y'all take with you everywhere that you go, or do you kind of allow them to? Remember when Jason Kidd was the point guard for the Mavericks?
Hmm.
They didn't really have the keys. Carlisle used to call the plays until they kind of finally, kind of gave him the keys, let him start doing what he was doing. Is that what you do? You kind of gave them the keys, or do y'all have a set package y'all like to go to?
Well, I ain't gonna. I mean, to be clear, we practice. These guys, they is like they have their days. Like on Wednesdays, Trail and a couple of other guys, they go and to the pro runs, and
Okay,
it's just, and then certain days of the week we get together. But it's one of those it's one of those deals to where it goes back to IQ.
hmm,
You have a roster with guys whose basketball IQ is through the roof. So
right.
it's one of those deals to where when you start getting it and you start going and the motor starts driving and driving, there's nobody bigger than the team. So you got somebody that might come in one day and be like, "Hey, bro, this is where you messing up at. Hey, man, this is where we tripping at. We slipping right here." Now
Hmm.
everybody's seeing it because it's making it make sense. And now this is what we feel we need to do to clamp down on this. Like for instance, the last game we just had against the Goats.
Uh-huh.
Everybody knew it was going to be a challenge going up against Willie. I mean, Willie is a pro, man. Willie is probably one of the top players in the DFW. And
Right,
at the
right.
end of the day, I had already knew I had the game plan for him. So, yeah, I'm not going to let Willie score 75 points on me. It's just, not, I wouldn't be able to go to sleep on that. So,
And
you know,
I seen
that,
you make that adjustment. You called a timeout. I think I recorded y'all at that timeout,
yeah,
and you were saying something about him, and I seen him getting frustrated. Every time you saw standing the double team, he looked over there and told me and Barrell. He said, "You know what? If I was me, I'd double team me too." You
yeah,
know.
exactly. Exactly. And, hey, it's one of those deals. Hey, it's a respect thing on my end. I've heard so much about Willie, man, and it was actually an honor for me to be right there to see him hoop because I've never seen him hoop in person. That was my first time actually seeing him hoop in person, and
Yeah,
just knowing what everybody say he do and who he was and stuff like that. It was
right.
actually an honor to see him. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm just like some things you you take with a grain of salt. You look at it, and then you just kind of put it in your bag. But a lot of people, they probably look at it like, oh man, they was shooting double at Willie, man. They weren't letting Willie get off. Now I look at it as on down the line, we gonna run into another Willie. We gonna run into another team that's gonna have a pro on it that we gonna have to adjust and figure out. So this is just stepping stones, man. And each season is just it comes with it. The bumps and the lumps. See, last season we steamrolled through everything. Got to the end, everybody didn't show up. We fumbled the bag. So that's why I'm saying it's like it's levels to this shit. And that's why I
So,
just it's levels to that shit, man. And it's like, hey, you grind out through the season, man. But what is your overall agenda? This season we playing for the bag. It's 10K on the line, as well as the trophy, as well as the respect, as well as the talking and the NBA crown and all that. But the bag is on the line this season. So, you know, it's just one of those things like, man, for a
yeah.
time, we got a hard something, man.
Hey man, y'all are doing it, man. And it's crazy to really think about what you're doing it because you're in it and you. But to say we want to win every game in every league
Yeah.
and come close to doing it, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. How
Hey,
many other teams here in the city can do
people,
that?
you see them, you see the messages on Facebook asking questions.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They talking about who do you see as your toughest competitor this season?
Oh, let me go back to that.
Ant Ant Mag A 75.
Oh, I do see that. Yeah, I just added it to the screen. Yeah, yeah. That's a good question.
That is a good question, but to me, with the limitation of teams in DFW due to people getting removed, I mean, we pretty much playing the same guys, but the only competition I really see for us is the Avengers and the Legends.
In the
I don't
Chicago and Michigan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't. I mean, and there's no shade against nobody, but it's just these guys. They been there, man. And these the guys that beat me, and
that's right.
I know what I know what I'm bringing, man. These the guys that beat me. So I can't. Everything else I done ran through. Everything else in the Elite Eight, the maximum madness I done ran through. Ran into them two guys. They brought it to a halt. So to Tavon and Shantez, I salute them cats on their teams, man, and they victories, man, their accomplishments. But yeah, I don't anybody else out of town wise, nah. You gotta show me. That's my mental. You gotta show me. You gotta beat us, man. Because when we hit that hardwood, our hats is off. We ain't trying to. Then a lot of people laugh at me, but I be so serious. I'm gonna come to the game with about a band or better because I look to gamble too. If you got them on
Okay, then.
the team, you
That's
know
the truth.
we get we
That's the truth. He
yeah.
gonna put it out there on public. Or bet something.
Yeah,
Better.
we can because that's just the faith that I got in my guys, man. That we I put it together and I look at it, and don't get me wrong, man. We have words, me and my players just like any other players and they coaches. We have words, man. they don't agree with some of the moves I make, but after it's all said and done, it's like, a couple games ago, I had made a move, pulled a couple people out. I put Mon in and somebody else in the game. Shit, Mon then went in and went up 20. That's why I
Plus
like.
minus. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, that's what I was actually about to ask you, man. So, right now y'all working on a lot of team chemistry. Y'all run the floor like crazy, like non-stop. Like, I mean, y'all force a team to call two timeouts, like all the time. Timeout. But you get back out there, another timeout, which means you up by 17 now. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? How many people are on your roster? And then when you get to the playoffs, that Elite Eight, do you kind of minimize your roster a little bit on the people that you're putting on the floor, or you still playing everybody?
No, it's one of those deals, man, and I've learned this just from over the years. You're never gonna, when it comes down to that Elite Eight, you're never gonna play your whole roster. A lot of cats gonna be there for moral support. And it just is what it is, because you don't wanna get into that habit of, I've seen a lot of people do this. They'll go out into a championship caliber game and they'll start subbing five in and five out.
Mm.
Throws the whole chemistry off. And I've learned this because I was a part of that. And this is something that I learned with having guys like Bama and Tay on the team. Because, and them guys, man, we used to go in it all the time. And they used to tell me, man, bro, you tripping, man. And I'm looking at them like, but as time went on, it started soaking in what those guys was talking about. Like, bro, we trying to win. We trying to win. We not trying to build egos. We trying to win.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
only way we gonna win is we gotta stick to our guns. Like, and if cats want to be a part of it, they got to accept their roles and understand that. And that's what be kind of scary with a lot of teams, is everybody don't know their role. Everybody want to come in and think they supposed to instantly be a starter, or instantly get some playing time, or instantly take somebody else's position. But you know, one thing I can say about this roster, man, these cats be hyping each other up. Like it's funny, man, because I be on the sideline, I be laughing because they really, really hype each other up, and they really boost each other, man. And it's like, if one messed up, they on his ass. If the other one messed up, they on his ass. And
Mhm.
it's never no shade, man. It's never no shade. And it's one of those things, like with the addition of Eddie, we added it.
Ooh, the lefty.
Yeah, it
Say,
was
man,
it
it's
was like
crazy.
it was
That's
like
crazy.
Eddie can go start on any team. You
Man,
know,
what was that conversation like though? Like from owner to player, from somebody that don't know anything about this basketball circuit. What was the conversation like to acquire a player like Eddie?
well, Eddie, just like other people, he's been watching it. Eddie's been up against us. He's been on the other side of the ball. He's played us, and it wasn't no gotcha game or nothing like that. Me and Eddie talked about it. He talked with Creek, and it's just one of those deals. Hey man, we feel like you can come over here and be a major part of what we trying to do. And like I was letting him know, man, it's just come in, man, play your game. Come in, be yourself, and just help us get over the hump. And and he know we
What
travel.
is his game for the Gorillas? What is his game in a Gorilla uniform? What should it look like?
Shit, Eddie's game is shit. Some games he gonna start. Some games he may come off the bench. It's just like it go back to what I was talking about. It's that matchup deal. If I feel like it's that
Mm-hmm.
game for me to insert Eddie,
Mm-hmm.
as a starter, that's what we gonna do, because it's the different thing Eddie brings. Eddie can defend. Eddie can score. It's one. Eddie can shoot the ball at a high clip. It's one of those deals. So it's just really just analyzing it. But the main thing is about it though with Eddie. Eddie is a team. He a team player, and when he gets in, like I always tell the guys, hey, we got a lot of bodies, but when your time comes, your number called, get in there and do what you're supposed to do when your number's called. Get in there and take care of that business. Get in there and do what you got to do. It's 48 minutes of basketball. That's a long game. But get in there and do what you're supposed to do with your minutes. Get in there and contribute in some shape, form, or fashion. Eddie got in the game the last time. Man, he went in instantly, got 2 blocks and a steal. Then his shot started getting up. He knocked down a three, quick three, boom, come back, knocked another one down. Now he in the flow of things. It's just how it go, but it's being ready when your number called, and that's just how it was, man. And he's been a great addition, and I mean, like, hey, we gonna miss him this weekend. His brother's getting married, salute
Okay,
that. But it's like I said, once
absolutely.
again, it's next man up. So you know,
What
I,
about the 7 footer, man? Talk to me about this. Cause see, you got Ricky Bryce, and he gonna create a lot of mismatches. How comfortable are you guys playing the offense through him, swinging the ball, getting 3, 4 passes out of the post, leading to open shots through
well,
through the 7 footer?
I'm man, something that I didn't really know about Big Rick until he just actually started playing with me. Hey,
Hmm.
he's a real humble dude, man.
Hmm.
And he ain't no different from nobody else. He have his days, he have his times, but he's coachable though. Like if you see something and you relay it to him, he like, oh, okay. But it's also one of those deals where if you just let him know, like Big Rick, you tripped out on that last play, bro. This is what you need
Hmm.
to do. If Trey and them telling him something or Red or one of them tell him something, he pays attention to detail. He goes back out there and you know what I'm saying, he insinuates that, against the GOAT, he had 10 blocks. And it's just like, dude, like it was a no fly zone in the paint, man. And it's just one of those deals like the communication and the backdoor sliding and to be 7 foot and doing that, man, is hey,
And they're able to shoot the three, like with pure
exactly,
confidence. Like
exactly.
they leave him open, they want him to shoot it, but he can really make you pay.
Yeah, he can knock it down for sure.
Wow, man. What do you think about the rules, man, as far as this instant replay? I think what is it the last 2 minutes or any time in the fourth?
Yeah, so it's the instant you can challenge a call the last 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. I honestly feel like that we should go all the way into like how the NBA is. You should be awarded 2 challenges throughout the game. If the challenge is successful, then you keep the challenges. If the challenges is not successful, then you lose a timeout and you lose a challenge. I feel like that's how it should go that way because there's a lot of controversial calls throughout the game,
That's
and
right, bro.
refs are human. They human. Nobody's perfect, but I just feel like it's a lot of controversial calls throughout a game that can be viewed and looked at, and we don't have the access to that because we only give you the last 2 minutes to review that. But
Yeah.
it's in the makings. I mean, I'm the director of the Southern Division in the South for the NBL, so it's in discussion, man. Me and AWOL been talking about it, and it probably will eventually go into play, but it's just one of those deals that have to be voted on. But yeah, somebody just asked, y'all did have a good game plan, doubling Warren, but you don't think the goats can give y'all a good game come playoffs? Well,
Ooh, y'all have had a bunch of measuring sticks against the Dallas teams, unless they come super loaded. You know what I'm saying? Because Warren Willie dropped 75 the game before, 60 something the game before that. But this Gorilla team can play against so many, styles. You know what I'm saying? Talk about the versatility, bro.
and that's the fun thing about the roster. It's one of those deals like, man, and this why I love Mun little ass so much, man, because Mun is a problem. I don't give a damn how nobody feel about it, how they look at it. If you say he's not, you hate. Mun is a problem. He's a mismatch problem for probably anybody 5'10", 6 foot that think you just finna guard him or clamp him. The dude first step is out this world, man. And it's like he can shoot the ball, he can get past it, he can get to the cup. Then you got slow mo. Another problem: shoot from anywhere on the floor. You see his game, and you look like, man, he ain't. But nobody's stopping him. I've been watching this for years and years and years and years and years, and it's like then you got Trail. Shoot the ball at a high clip. Shoot it from anywhere. The speed is there. You know, he's a mismatch problem. Uh, then you got G, the motor,
That's
which
right.
you seen and witnessed for yourself. It's like he's the engine. And
Bro,
then
I seen him come in the game, bro. He ain't warm up and just like he was at the warm up. You know what I'm saying? He just come in, boom, 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 boom. Like, God, how does he do this?
yeah, and it's one of those things, man. And then you got Red. He come in with that speed and that energy, man. That raises havoc, man, and it upsets and frustrates a lot of guards on the opposing team because he a pest. He gonna do it the whole game. It's like and then you got McGee. McGee, if I ever get the Memphis McGee back, you boys is in trouble.
Oh my God.
Tell you,
That
we
Memphis
working on
McGee,
it.
yeah.
We working on it. But if that Memphis McGee ever come back, you boys is in trouble.
What is McGee's? Cause see, he can do a little bit of everything. What is his broken down role on this team?
Well, you know, McGee, man, he the muscle. And a lot of people might look at me and be like, "Man, what you mean he the muscle?" McGee is the muscle, man. McGee is that's he my Draymond Green, but he can score the ball. Let me put it like that. And
Mm-hmm.
we all see what Draymond brings to the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
He's a mismatch problem. He's the one that's gonna get in there and do the dirty work, take the charges. He's the one gonna
Mm-hmm.
want to play on the best player on the other team. He's gonna want to defend. He's the one that you go to talking shit. He gonna talk shit back. Gonna probably get a tech. that's that's what
But you
he.
ain't like that's
But
McGee.
yeah, but all in all, man, that's little bro. I love Gee to death, man. Me when I first got her, man, way back in the day, me and McGee, we bumped heads, man, and on the court, and
Yeah,
it's crazy how times change, man. Cause now, I go to war with bro. You know what I'm saying? With whoever,
yeah,
he
yeah,
been on that road with me.
yeah.
His little girl, that's my niece. You
And not
know,
only that, he drove to what, Chicago. He
yes, sir.
drove to Chicago. That
18
show you
hours.
commitment, bro.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
square business.
And he know it. And like I tell him, man, I got you, bro. A lot of them just be like, well, man, people look at me and they's like, well, bro, how y'all get to Chicago this last time? Well, I paid for some of my players' plane tickets. That's
To
the
whom,
part of being an owner.
to
You
whom
know,
much is given, much is required.
Yeah, man, and then I got them down there, got an Airbnb. We had somewhere to sleep. I cooked for them, made sure they ate, made sure that's just me, man. I'm a humble dude, bro. I don't I don't look for nothing back. God gonna bless me on the back end, but we gonna go out of town. We gonna kick it. We gonna have fun. We gonna do what we need to do. We gonna take care of the business. We're gonna come back. It's just memories. All we doing is building memories, man. Not a damn if we win a championship, if we don't. We gonna have something we gonna always be able to look back on. Man, I remember when I played with the Gorillas, man. That fool Lamar was down there cooking catfish. We had a fish fry. You was there
All
for that.
that, yeah,
You know
you
what I'm
ate
saying?
real good.
you know. So it just be, man, just like you did when we went and I won the OBFL championship and we went on the road to Kentucky and you was doing the footage on the road riding in the Sprinter van with us.
Yeah.
It's a
That
lot of
team chemistry building is a
yeah.
lot, man. That means a lot when you can not just stay here locally, but get out there on the road, walk through the airport with your teammates. You know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff is a big memory, man. But you just spoke about being humble, man, and you are already in that mindset. But how do you not get too high minded? But also, why doesn't this team need a loss to stay focused? You know how some teams need a loss and it'll kind of settle them back in like, okay, we got to reset. Why this team don't need a loss to
It's,
reset?
It's simple, right? We been here. We been here. You know, we been here. We already know the expectations. We know what come with it, and we know what derailed us the last time. We been here. We know at the end of the day, hey, if we come in and if we take time off, we take days off on the court, or we get to take minutes off on the court, it can easily transition to a L, and then that can be a L that we don't need because hey, when you get to maximum madness, it's win or go home.
That's right. He asked you a question. You got a D roster, but who's your go-to five in a close playoff game? Is it with the fact you got so many players? Is that kind of like a field thing, like who in a matchup type thing?
Well, in a deep playoff game, that's gonna be determined of who we playing. You,
Right.
because and that's the thing with basketball, man. That's why it's so fun because once you get a criteria, a group of guys, you get 10 or 12 guys, man, and everybody brings a different aura to the game. Everybody brings a different kind of mindset or a different type of skill set to the game. So it kind of broadens the horizon for you. So you it's just really depending on who you're up against, and it's about matchups, and
Hmm.
and that's why film. A lot of these cats be having these teams and owning these teams, man. They don't even watch film. They don't even know who they're up against, and then they wonder why they get beat, and then they be looking like, man, how the hell we lose to them? Because you didn't do your homework. You didn't pay attention to who you was finna play. You come
Right.
to it feeling like you had the better players and that you was gonna go ahead and go in here and take care of the business. It don't always work like that. You got a game plan. If you ain't got no game plan, then you just really spinning your wheels. But to answer bro's question, because we done lost 2 years in a row, it's a big ass potato chip on our shoulder. Uh, slow mo. Slow mo. Yeah, yeah, little bro, it is, man. It is, little brother. It's a major potato chip on our shoulder, man. And
It's gonna
it,
make it even more sweeter though, because of those losses. When you can climb a mountaintop, bro, and you done been through what you've been through, and don't nobody know what you've been through until you've been through it, and you feel those emotions. You see that scoreboard and we up. You see that shot that was halfway in the bucket with AD and came out. Or y'all, all that. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't been through that, you don't know. You know what I'm
bro,
saying?
and to know it is to know it, and to be there is to be there. And dude, the 80 shot was crazy work. That Joker went in the goal, rattled, rolled around, and came off the rim. I
That
said,
was unbelievable.
oh,
That was really
yes,
unbelievable, bro.
yes.
I paused it and took a little screenshot of the ball in the goal.
Aunt Mag got some good questions. He say, last question: how do you manage egos come playoffs when guys feel as if they deserve meaningful minutes, but don't
Great
get those
question.
minutes because of your rotations are short? Well, that's one of those deals. Is That's why you build your team to contend, and
Hmm.
throughout the season, you minimize egos. It's one of those deals. You got to
Hmm.
minimize the ego. Everybody knows their role. I mean, you 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 get into a playoff mindset, you get into a playoff atmosphere, and you got 8 people that's killing. One thing I can say, man, and this goes back to the TBA. Mun is one person I can put in to cause a mismatch issue. Slow mo
Hmm.
is another one. We won 10K with Mun and Slow Mo on the sideline. So that's why, and those guys, they basically told me, like, nah, bro. He's like, nah, we don't want to go in. Them boys out there getting to it, lead them in there. Let them
Right.
go and bring it to the house. We was down 17, mind you, and came back and won the 10K. So it's one of those deals. I have a roster, man. Those guys build off each other. It's like one of those deals, and to me, it's a blessing because I'm not dealing with all that bickering and all that arguing. Yeah, guys get mad when they get pulled out. Some of my
Right.
my top guys, the G and you know, but they got the look. McGee been rocking with me for a minute too. And like McGill tell him in a heartbeat, bro, I should be starting over a few of y'all. So if I can be humble and sit over here and understand what bro trying to do, y'all can do the same thing. At the end of the day, the overall goal is we trying to win a championship. And then the where he break them down at is, I want to see how many of y'all gonna get on that road, buy them plane tickets, and travel to that championship when it's time to go get that work in. See, that's what be the major part of this thing, man, is the traveling. That's what gets
Right.
everybody. That's what, and you know, by the grace of God, I've been blessed to be able to go with 6 or 7, you know what I'm saying, or 8, and get down there and be able to maintain. So, you know, this last go round, it was tough. You know, the injuries, they flagged us on it, but you know,
And then
hey,
y'all had to play 2 games the same day
same day. Yeah, we did something that's never been done in NBL history. We played
because
two
of the traveling and the flights and all that stuff was delayed. There was a lot of things going on to win a championship, man. You need everything to kind of just bounce in place, man. You
Yeah,
really do.
yeah. And people was out. You know, there was a lot of chatter and laughter talking about, man, y'all blew a 30-point lead, dude. It's professionals blowing 30-point leads in the NBA right now today. So you know, I'm not gonna sit here and make it me feel bad that we lost. Am I upset about it? Yeah, but you know, hey, it happens. You
Bro,
know,
you had the game. That Chicago crowd sounded like a library in there, dog. When y'all was up, it sounded like a basketball library, bro. But then when they turned it around, boy, we couldn't hear nothing up in there. You know what I'm
and
saying?
that's what I salute them. You know, we had, it's one of those things. It's a challenge. You playing a team in their city, and you know it's you against them, and then you just got to play and deal with what the refs are going to do. And we pretty much let the refs get to us in that second half, and it hurt. You know, and it's like I say, it's a learning experience, man. I should have called a timeout at a certain time, and I didn't. So you know, it's one of those deals, man, that you put in your tool bag. Once you put it in your tool bag, great talking with you, coach. Keep up the good work. And Rainwater, love your film. Keep recording full games. I look forward to them.
Blessings, man. Appreciate that, bro. God be the glory, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Yes,
Real
sir.
talk.
Yeah, and
Yep.
it's just, man, this to me, man, is humbling. You know, this is what my daddy did. My daddy was a baseball coach, so he passed
Mm,
away back in '04, and I was locked up. So it's just a lot
sorry
with
to hear that. Yeah.
yeah, with the coaching stuff, and then with the barbecue, I lost my brother, and he was a beast on the grill. So I'm carrying on the torch, and that's why I do. That's why I be on that grill like I be on that grill. So it's just, you know, still trying to let them live through me, and me live through them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why my grind with this coaching and being an owner is so. I just be on top of it, and I be hearing cats say, "Well, man, I'm not going to be spending no money on no grown cats." So yeah, I don't look at it like that because I don't keep having different faces every week. I got the
Yeah.
same caliber of guys I've been rocking
That's
with 5, 6 years, man, with the additions of some new people, and they're starting to see why so many people still been playing for the Gorillas, because it's a family over here, bro. It ain't no, we ain't just doing it be doing them. We getting in leagues that got meaning to them. We getting in leagues to where if we win it, I can put some money in your pocket for you to take back to the crib. Like
That's right.
we just, T Dub League is a great league.
That's
T-Dub
right.
Future League is a good league to give you runs on Sunday,
That's
keep your
right.
legs going, keep your game on top of your
And
game.
it's competitive. Yeah,
Yeah,
competitive.
that's why I said, man, I and T Dub League been going and going and going. I pray it keep going because it is something great for everybody to do on Sunday. You know, I salute bro with this league, man, and I'm just glad he gave us the opportunity to get in it. You know, it's fun for us. You know, I was talking to Trail about that at work, and he was like, "Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie." He said, "Sometimes I don't be wanting to get up and drive on Sunday." He said, "But then, you know, I go get that run in. It just opened me up for the week." And I'm
That's
like,
right.
you never know. Like, man, it's just then you get in there against them cats that's younger than you. They going at you 100 miles per hour,
Pushing.
trying to beat you.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, just
Y'all already got the target on your back with just who you are. So if
yeah,
they can beat y'all, they feel like we can. If we can beat the Gorillas, I feel like we can win the championship. You know, that's they thought. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
Talk to us, man, about man your children, man. You got your children in sports, man. How does your children motivate you, and how do you motivate them, and how do you balance that family time with all the hats you wear, bro?
Man,
Do you have
I'm
time to answer that question?
I'm a I'm gonna be honest with you, Rain. It's a struggle, bro, because you know I being married and
Mm-hmm.
trying to juggle that it
Mm-hmm.
causes conflict, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and you know just by the grace of God, my wife she understands and she knows that's a passion of mine. So we have our discussions, but I still at the end of the day I still got to make sure that I'm doing what keeps my mental, you know, good and keep me in a good space
Absolutely.
and seeing my son, my baby boy, he's 6. So seeing him out there in the past, man, and playing tackle football is it's like just yesterday, man. I was sitting here rocking him to sleep, and you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, and it's just like I'm like, damn, dude, like my baby ain't a baby no more.
But
And
look, did you see that little clip I got of him? Remember they were finna get ready to
yeah,
walk through for the
yeah,
homecoming. He
yeah,
said, "Take me through that." He said,
yeah,
"Take me through that." He would get. I said, "I'm gonna
yeah,
get him right there."
yeah,
That was funny to me,
yeah.
bro. He was
Yeah.
going hard right there.
He an entertainer, man. He definitely an entertainer, man. And everywhere he go, like the players, everybody on the team, they love my son. Like every time they
What would
see,
it mean for like for your kids and your wife for y'all to win the championship and they see all that you put in, man? Would you is it okay to shed a tear in that moment, man? Would you shed a tear,
hey,
or how would you react with something like that, man?
ain't nothing wrong with a grown man crying, man. It's worth it. It's worth it. I can honestly say it will be well worth it because it's been a grind, bro. It's been a grind, and I'm talking about thousands of dollars spent.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of sleepless nights, man. But it's because I give a damn. A lot of cats they be in this shit just to be in it, just to say they in it. I actually give a damn about this shit. You know what I'm saying? My name is on it. This is my brand. I built it. So end of the day, yeah, it's gone. Man, look here. I don't, when you hear about DFW Gorillas, my face is gonna come through your brain. Yeah, that's his team, man. He gonna I wonder what he coming with this week. How he gonna, that? Yeah, that's what I want you to say because when I first came into it, I had so much you know, oh man, you ain't played in nothing. You ain't played nobody. You ain't won no money tournament. You ain't there. And I'm just like, oh what? But yeah, it was coming from all directions, man. But now to get the respect of Ron and Don, Don and his brother, Mr. Waiters,
Right.
the firm,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
just to get they, respect and acknowledgement and just get told to keep doing what you're doing. We see you.
That's growth.
You
That's
know, that,
growth.
that's major to me. You know what I'm saying? And when I heard that, a lot of you other cast opinions didn't even really matter to me no more. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Because it's coming from some cast that made a stamp in the city. You know what I'm saying? And I just know, where I'm trying to get with it. At the end of the day, it ain't all about me. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right. That's
And
right.
and so it's just making sure. that the end goal is I can get up on Saturday and make sure I'm still gonna see each one of my players in good health, not in jail, ain't got killed, got something to do,
Amen.
hooping, you know what I'm saying, and,
Amen, bro.
and
Real
plan
talk.
out for something else for the next week, the following week. And me getting that phone call from them saying, Big bro, is we gonna get in this other league, or big bro, what we doing after the NBA? We gonna we what league we get? That's I look forward to that shit. So that's
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
yeah.
Man, last couple of questions, man, cause you know we can talk all night, bro, square business. But why should some if there's a sponsor looking to get involved with the DFW Gorillas, uh why should they do that?
Well, I mean, in all fairness, I mean, it'll be a great look for them. I mean, family oriented organization. Like and we travel. We done touched quite a few states. In the 50 states, we done touched a few of them, and we've represented well. So getting a sponsor or two, it won't be a bad thing. It'll just elevate us a little bit more to give us the avenue to probably go and get involved in some more other deals like the ABAs and different things of that nature. I feel like we can get in one of those type of leagues and bring a little noise to that too. Uh, but
Hmm.
sponsoring the Gorillas would be major. It would be a great opportunity for whoever decides to do it. I mean, you won't regret it. So yeah. Hey, if that's something you want to do, tap in with me. Let me
How can
know.
they reach you? How can they reach
Well, you can reach me on Facebook under my name, Ahmad Gaines. You can reach me on Instagram under DFW Gorillas. You can reach me under Smoking Games Barbecue on Instagram. You can reach me on any social media site under my name. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you can't get in touch with me, anybody close to me, you can tap in with them. Rainwater know how to get in touch with me.
you? Yes,
So
sir.
it's
Man, why
it,
don't you invite everybody out to the game, man? Tell them what time it is, where it's said, and who you playing one more time for people that just joined.
yeah. So if you ain't got nothing going on this weekend, man, Sunday, man, at 2 o'clock, we gonna be at the Field House in Duncanville. We playing against the Model City, Alabama team, Model City out of Alabama. We play them at 2 p.m. this Sunday. Two undefeated teams in the NBL going at it. We looking forward to it, and hey, I look forward to seeing the city turning out and supporting. You never know with me. I might have a halftime giveaway or something. Might be a TV, might be
Yeah.
some money. Ain't no tell. You never know with me, man. But just the barbecue probably gonna be out there though. I know a lot of y'all be asking for it, but the pit might be smoking in the parking lot. But
Boy, them turkey
so
legs be looking like they got an anointing on them, man. You hear me?
yeah, say man, the turkey legs be real, man. They be real for sure. Yeah.
Already, man. Any last shout outs you want to give to friends, family, teammates, anybody, bro?
Just want to shout out to my queen, man, to my mama, man. She down there going through what she going through, but she probably one of the most strongest people I've never seen in my life.
Yes.
Uh, and it's a blessing to still have her, and I just pray she keep on pushing. I just want to shout out to my kids. Daddy love y'all. I know I don't get to see y'all all the time, but y'all know I'm working like y'all working. And then last but not least, man, just a salute to my wife, man, for just being there and understanding the process and being a cheerleader at the same time. So yeah, but other than that, man, I appreciate my players. I appreciate my players' families for always being there and understanding the process as well. And also my sister Cree, man, just want to salute her. I know she just buried her granny,
Mm.
and
Praying
I've
for
been
her. Yeah.
yeah, I've been trying to be that shoulder for her too, but I know everybody mourn different. But she
Yeah.
know I'm here for her, and I just appreciate her for being there and helping her out through this process, man, because it ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta also have somebody you can trust, because it's a lot
That's
of
right.
money flow. It's a lot of money flow through that pipeline, man, when it comes to traveling and buying plane tickets. And if I'm too busy, I gotta send her, $7, 8, $900 to make sure this get taken care of, or make sure this
Hmm.
get booked. So it's a trust process come on in the end of it. So I appreciate for her definitely.
Man, she one of the top ladies in the city from having the Texas Revelation and all the things and I mean, you could just see it from, I mean, she has the respect too, from the business mind to on the court. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she's a great assistant, bro. Hey
And
man, I want to appreciate you, man. Real talk, all the years, all the games, everything we do, man. We locked in for life, bro. I appreciate it. I don't take nothing for granted.
oh yeah,
So
oh yeah.
I get to be a part. I don't have to cuss out a ref. I don't have to take a charge. I don't have to get fired. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I appreciate
yeah.
that.
Yeah, nah, then I just wanna shout out one more thing, man. To y'all keep Mama Henderson in your prayers. She going through a little deal with the walking part right now. Y'all keep her around in the
Absolutely.
family, y'all prayers, man, cause that's my other family, man. That's my bonus family. Mama did so much for
Woo
the
wee.
basketball community, man, and it goes unnoticed. A lot of people they don't understand, but some do. But Mama didn't, man,
She
look here.
sacrifices a lot out of her
Yes,
own
sir.
pocket, bro. She done it for me
Yeah,
several times.
yeah, yeah,
So she is one of the top ladies in the city, man. Great
yeah,
integrity,
yeah.
beautiful heart. You know what I'm saying? So
So
yeah, pray for mama, pray for Crease.
that's one of the ladies that gave me the game on keeping it business. She always tell me, son, at the end of the day, it's about business. If they don't understand that, then move on. And that's just stuck in my mental for the last 6 years. So yeah, baby,
Absolutely.
but now for real, but yeah, man, that's all that's about all the shots I got, man.
Already, man. I appreciate the interview, man. Y'all be sure and come out Saturday, man. I talked to the coach. I appreciate you connecting me with
Sunday,
the
Sunday,
coach
Sunday,
for
Sunday.
Model City. Oh, I mean
Yeah,
Sunday. I'm sorry. Y'all come out Sunday. But that team will be playing on Saturday as
Saturday.
well. I'm
Yeah,
waiting on the coach to give me the information. Who they playing, yet?
they play the goats.
Oh, they playing the Ghosts. Yeah, so y'all support. Hey, full word, man. Y'all come out. I don't know the time yet, but be on the lookout on my page and my page of Goats. And just support these players, support this league, man. It's really going up this year, Not only championship on the line, but money on the line too. So that'll make it even sweeter, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes,
All right,
sir.
man. Y'all be safe out there, man. Keep everybody in y'all prayers. Appreciate it, my guy.
Yes, sir.
All right,
All right.
have a good night.
Yep.